Okay, besties, this is my most anticipated video of Bookmas and kind of the year. I am so excited. Hi besties, welcome back to another video. Happy Bookmas day 10. We literally only have like 2 days left. Really insane, but exciting I guess, because we've done this for 10 days and surprisingly enough, I don't want to jinx it. Not like I've uploaded everything on time, but I have done days 1 through 9, day 10, here it is. So everything is going up, which is good on my part. Today, this is like my most anticipated video. I've been wanting to do this for so long, ever since last year's Bookmas, and now I'm doing it, which is 2025 reflection of the year and everything that has really gone. A lot of lists. We're gonna be talking about a lot of lists. Spotify Wrapped. That's my big number one I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for so long. I haven't posted anything on TikTok. I haven't said anything about it. Nobody knows my top artist, which you guys probably guess, but I can't wait to talk to you guys about this because so many different things. Let's get to it. Okay, so first I will say I have my handy dandy notebook, which I have wrote everything out because I am filming this on my phone. I do not yet have a camera. I don't know when I will be getting one or if I will be getting one. But because I film on my phone, I can't look at my phone to look at all these things. So yeah, the first thing we have and we're going to talk about is my reading goal and stats, and I guess all things reading. So this year I have read, honestly I'm gonna say less books than I thought I would read, but I reached my reading goal, which I guess is a big thing. I guess I should be proud of myself for that. I read 31 books this year. My goal was originally 30, and I'm at 31, and we still have a lot of December left. I'm on break officially, so I will probably be able to read more books. So I read 31 books, which in Goodreads, they gave me my yearly wrap thing, which I have some screenshots of. I've read 11,133 pages. That's a lot of fucking pages. Yeah. So pat yourself on the back for that one. Did my New York just come out? I think my New York accent just came out. Okay. So I've also had 3 5-stars this year, which is not a lot. I mean, I've been reading good books, but I guess I feel like I could be reading books and rating them higher, but I haven't read things that I feel really fit the 5-star capacity. Oh, so Goodreads tells you all your stats. So the shortest book I read this year, which was Of Mice of Men, which was 73 pages. I had to read this for English class. Oh, that English class last year. Oof. Last school year, but this year. When did I read that? February, I want to say. I honestly hated that book. If we're gonna talk about it, I didn't like that book. It just didn't make any sense to me, and the fact that I also had to read it for school and I had to do so much work about the book, it was just too much. I didn't realize it was the shortest book I've read. I feel like I've read things that have felt shorter than that. The longest book I've read was Releasing 10. Not surprised, but I did think there was something else, but also because the book I'm reading right now is really long. I'm reading A Crystal of Flames currently. Releasing 10 is 765 pages. I read that. It did take me a long time though. I think it took me like 2 months because I was in a reading slump around the time of reading that. So yeah, my average book length was 359 pages. I didn't realize how little that was. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a lot longer, but I guess that's not terrible. Book I've read this year that is most shelved, like the most people have read it, I guess, or a lot of people have it on their shelves in Goodreads or whatever, is To Kill a Mockingbird. Another book I had to read in school for 10th grade. I didn't hate this book. I don't remember what I rated it. I want to say I rated it 3 stars. And it was actually a good story. I am not surprised, but also I am surprised. I don't know why I thought this book would have been like a book talk book, not like literature, but that makes sense when you really think about it. And the least shelved, this one really surprised me. We have The Half of It by Madison Beer. I didn't know this was the least shelved because I thought that this was a book that decent people knew about because it's Madison Beer, but I guess not. And my average book rating was a 3.7. Doesn't surprise me. I feel like the majority of books I've read this year have been between a 3 and a 4, or like all besides not all. I've had some 2 stars and I've had some 5s. And the highest rated book within Goodreads that I have on my shelves was Releasing 10, which surprised me. I didn't think Releasing 10, because there was a lot of discourse about that. I personally loved it, but people don't like the author. There's a lot of stuff about that. Reading highlights. All right, now we get into the point where I talk about, where I kind of like reflect on my reading this year, like personally, and like things like that, which I don't really feel like I have too much to talk, like highlights from the year. Honestly, I want to say the whole month of October, because the whole month of October I read really good books. The thrillers I've read this year have been sick. That has to be a highlight. Oh, for highlights, I put continuing the Addicted series, because I've read like 3 Addicted books this year, I want to say, around there, and I just love that series. And I've gotten to the point this year where I actually like in love with it. Before it was just like, it's okay, I like it, don't really love it yet, but I'm at the point where I love it. The last book I read in the Addicted series, I rated 5 stars. Another highlight would just be Releasing 10. I love Lizzie. I love Huey. But it was also a highlight because it was my first 5-star of the year. Now we are shifting gears. We're going to talk about these shows I have watched this year. You guys may or may not know this, but I am quite literally a chronic show watcher. I am always watching a show. Right now I'm watching Teen Wolf for the first time, actually, too. I just love TV shows. I love books. I love TV shows. And music. Those are like my 3 things that I'm just obsessed with. I guess I also expected a lot more from this year, honestly, because I know I watch a lot of shows, but I also expected more. But I also watched long shows this year that I got obsessed with and didn't really stem off from anything else. So that makes sense. First, we have Law & Order, SVU. You guys probably don't know this, but this show is literally the reason I'm going into the career path I want to go in. The thought of helping people and victims really gets me, and is really something I want to contribute to. I want to be in the law aspect. I don't know what in law I want to do, whether it's criminology or actually becoming a lawyer, but I really want to do that. And I kind of decided, I think it was this year, I decided that was something I wanted to do. Seeing the prosecutors on the show is like, I want to do that. I want to help people. I want to be the reason these cases are won. The next show I watched, guys. This show is the highlight of my year. Literally the highlight of my year. Supernatural. I've been talking about this throughout BOOKMAS throughout the year. Literally, yeah. I am obsessed with... Actually, I will say I just saw a video, an edit of Dean Winchester before I started filming this. And when I tell you, I was screaming. I was. Because that is my man. Yes. I love this show. All 15 seasons. Did I watch all 15 seasons? Yes, I did. I actually originally watched it like 2 years ago, but I never finished it. So this year I came back and I was like, why not? It's been a long time. Let's continue it. And I continued it and I finished it in March, I want to say. End of March, I think. Next, we have The Boys. I solely watched this for the purpose of watching another show with Jensen Ackles in it. Like, honestly, I started it at season 3 because I knew that was the season he came into. But after I watched it, I'm like, this is fire. This show is actually really good. So then I went to watch from the beginning, and I'm like, this is just a really good show. It is really, like, I want to say unfiltered, because the most randomest shit will happen, and it's just like, there's no way that... What was it? Season 3, episode 6. I'm not going to say the title because I might just get freaking banned for saying the title. Crazy. But I love this show, and I really did like watching it. And I cannot wait for season 5 that comes out literally right after my birthday. I cannot wait, especially because it's going to be like a Supernatural reunion, because this show, The Boys, is made by the same person, Eric Kripke, who made Supernatural. So it's like a reunion between Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, and Misha Collins, and I am so hyped. And then we have Fool Me Once. This was like a 1-season show. It was really quick. It was like a thriller in England. I don't have much more to say about that. That's pretty much it. Overcompensating. I was obsessed with this show. I don't know when it came out or when I watched it, to be honest. It is about this guy who has been closeted and is a jock and on the football team, and he goes to college and he's like, wait, actually not as good as keeping that secret. And it's really good. It's really funny. I love shows that give that vibe, like Overcompensating, Sex Lives of College Girls, I Love LA, shows like that I love. Okay, and then I watched The 100, which it was a rewatch because I've been watching The 100 since, gosh, 2021. But I was in the mood. I was like, let me just watch The 100. It's been a couple months, been like a year, maybe 2. That's like top 5. Like The 100 really isn't like top 5 shows ever. That show just has a place in my heart. I don't know why I love it so much. I just do. The books are the books that got me into reading. I watched that show, and then I started reading those books, and I've been reading books ever since. And then we have Love Island USA season 7. Do I have to explain? Then we have The Buccaneers. I watched this one with my mom, and it's kind of like takes place in the 1800s type of show, but they use modern music, and I thought that was so nice about it, because every time, like Bridgerton, it's like Bridgerton, but Bridgerton has like instrumentals of newer music, but they're playing Olivia Rodrigo's Getting Back, and I'm like, okay, I love this. And also the plot of that show is just really good. We have Lucifer, another rewatch. Love. It's also probably in my top 5. I just love Lucifer. I love the guy. I love Decker Star. Decker Star is my stuff, guys. Then we have The Summer I Turned Pretty. I finished that show season 3. I read those books originally, but the whole seeing Jeremiah just like icks me out. I just can't stand that man. Then we have Gen D, which is the spinoff of The Boys. Absolute tea. Love that show. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'm not really a big reality fan, but something about that show, ooh, it's like my favorite. It really is. Like, that's my favorite reality show, unless we're talking about Love Island. And then I rewatched Supernatural. I did. I actually just finished it like a couple weeks ago. Not even a couple weeks ago, like last week actually. Then I watched Stranger Things because the new season's coming out, and I first watched Stranger Things when I was like 9. I think it was either 7 or 9. My brother, my dad, and me, we all watched that together. I was really scared the first time around, but because of the new season, I was like, let me rewatch, because it's been a really long time since I watched it. Since season 4 came out. Yeah. Season 5 comes out in like 2 days, or like tomorrow, whatever. I cannot wait. And then the most recent show I finished. Oh shit! I didn't watch the last episode. I didn't watch the season finale yet. It like just came out like last week. I Love LA. I have to watch that, and I might just watch this after this. That show is so funny. I love shows with that vibe. I really do. Now we get into the part of the video which is like my most anticipated, the most thing I've been wanting to talk to you guys about, which is my Spotify Wrapped. Now, I don't think this stuff is really surprising. I just want to share with you all. Alright, so my minutes. 34,546. Honestly, was very surprised by that. I thought it was going to be a lot more. I was expecting like 50,000 because I listen to so much music, but I guess not. Also, they changed the thing at my school. New York law is where you're not allowed to have your phone at school, so it's like, how am I gonna listen to music without my phone? My top genre was indie pop. Not surprised in the slightest, because that literally describes my music taste. My artists, drum roll. Number 1 is Gracie Abrams, which Gracie Abrams is my favorite music artist. I feel like I haven't listened to her a lot this year, especially because she didn't release anything this year. So I was really surprised by that, because I feel like I didn't listen to her a lot this year, but she made number 1. Then we have Tate McRae. Not surprised. So Close to What came out. Obsessed. Literally repeat since it came out. And then I really got into Think Later by her. So yes. Taylor Swift. Not surprised. I love Taylor Swift. Susanna Joffe. New favorite small artist of the year. Actually, she followed me back on TikTok. Going berserk. I can't believe that happened, because what do you mean someone who's in my Spotify Wrapped follow me back on TikTok? I can't. I literally can't. And then we have Jessie Murph, which is another artist I've been listening to this year. I love her album Sex Hysteria. Literally, that is my album of the year. Very much my album of the year. Then we have my top songs. We have We Hug Now, which I really didn't expect, because, I mean, I did, but not really. Like March-ish when it came out, I listened to it nonstop. But a couple months after that, I really didn't. Yeah, I listened to that 157 times. Then we have Die or Daughter by Susanna Joffe, which I listened to 148 times. You'd Kill Me If You Could, which is my favorite Susanna song, I listened to 132 times. Dear God by Tate McRae, 112 times. And The Little Mess You Made by The Favors, 108 times. I'm not surprised by that list in the slightest. The only thing I'm surprised by We Hug Now. I would think You'd Kill Me If You Could would be number 1, but No. My listening age is 18, which, because I know some people who are like 20 who have their ages like 80. I'm 16, so having it at 18 is like, makes sense, I guess. Top albums, we have So Close to What by Tate McRae. Not surprising in the slightest. We have Sex Hysteria by Jesse Murph. We have Wishbone by Conan Gray. I'm surprised he didn't make it into my top artists, to be honest with you. And then we have The Life of a Showgirl, Taylor Swift. Very surprised by that because, I mean, I do listen to that on repeat, but I didn't think enough for it to make my top albums. Then we have The Secret of Us by Gracie. Last Spotify thing, which is my audiobooks. My top audiobook genre, which is teen and young adult. Makes sense, I guess. And then we have how many audiobooks I listened to, which was 13. I didn't think it would be that much. It's the part where I share with you guys about me and my songwriting journey of the year. As I've said before, I do write a lot of songs and a lot of music. I just wanted to share with you some of the songs I wrote and my favorite, like these are my 2 favorite songs I've written and my favorite lines. So this is like a little scoop because I don't really share a lot of my music and stuff like that with you guys. So yeah, so we have my favorite song. Well, my favorite song at the moment. It's not my favorite song I've ever written, but my favorite song at the moment, which is To a T. I love that song. And my favorite line, which is from the bridge, which is basically the whole bridge actually. I wanted you bad, but I couldn't just say that. One day if we crossed paths, don't know how I'd explain that. Like, I don't know, something about that I love. And actually I kind of want your feedback. Like, if you guys like this, like, let me know, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. This is my favorite song I've ever written just because of the meaning behind it. It's called All the Ghosts, and this is actually the chorus where it's all the ghosts, they haunt me like you do. Don't come close. I'm afraid of what the hell you might do. That's my favorite song I've ever written. It's just because of the meaning behind it that, like, it's so personal to me. It's just, that's my favorite song. When I think about the meaning and when I think about the lyrics, it just, probably to me, it actually only would make sense to me, but I just love it. Alright, we have goals I've reached this year. I couldn't really think about anything. So these are just what came to mind, which is I became more social and made good real friends because in the past I've really had a hard time with making friends and being social. I really came out of my shell this year and I'm really proud of that. And I guess I wouldn't say that, I mean, I think becoming more social was a goal I had this year, so I am really happy that I did do that. And the next one is I got my permit. I'm 16 and in New York you can't get your permit until you're 16, so I technically am on track. It just feels like I should only go out and drive already. 2026 goals I have for the new year, which is to get my junior license, which I am eligible to do in January. So right around the corner, guys. We're almost there. Things I'm looking forward to in 2026, which I guess kind of goes along with goals, but these are different, which is all the new shows coming out. There are so many good shows that are coming out that I really cannot wait to see. I legit can't wait. And turning 17, which, I mean, I don't know if I'm really looking forward to that because I'm like, 16 has been such a good year for me that I don't want it to change. Also, I just feel like 17 is also going to be a good year for me. I don't know why, but I feel it. So I'm like, that's something I'm looking forward to. And also I'm trying to do something for my birthday and like make it nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The last thing I do have is a little note I wrote to myself that I want to share with you guys, kind of reflecting on the year because that's pretty much what this video is and has been. So yeah, I wrote, Dear Leah, this year has been a whirlwind and drastically different from years past for many reasons. This year you have come so far and you should be really proud of the person you've become. Good grades, good friends, and a good mental state, all of which you thought would be impossible to have at the same time. You can only wish and hope things continue to prosper in the new year. Yeah, that's a little note I wrote to myself and I shared with you guys. If you guys are having a hard time out here, as someone who has been in the trenches, I will say it does get better. And the new year is an opportunity to get there. Because that's what 2025 was for me. I didn't think that I'd be where I am today. And be as optimistic of things as I am. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been so excited to make this. Literally been waiting, grasping and waiting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for my Christmas Eve video, which is actually, you'll see. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And yeah, you guys can like, you guys can comment. things that you're reflecting on in 2025 that have happened. And you guys can subscribe because it would mean a lot to me. I'm honestly really trying to get to 100 followers by the end of the year. Is that crazy? Do I think it's possible? I mean, it's possible. Do I think it's gonna happen? I mean, I don't know. That's all I have for you guys today. But yeah, bye guys. Love you. See you tomorrow.